All right, for this activity, what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at just the congregational memberships, sort of like around the area where you live or where you might commute, just to see, it's like, okay, religion is all around. So we looked at the religious demographics. Now let's zoom in a little bit and see just our immediate surroundings. It's fascinating to see, like, okay, how many religions, how many churches are around us. So once again, go out to thearda.com, thearda.com. And this time we're going to go to this link right here, this U.S. Congregational Membership. So highlighting that. And then there's a couple of options. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to this the GIS maps. And so once again, you can type in your zip code, 27607. That is my zip code here in Raleigh. And it pulls up a map. And these are all of the religious congregations in the area. And I mean, it kind of zoomed out, and so it's fascinating. I mean, these are all the churches, and if you put your mouse over them, you can see a little bit of. Let me spotlight this. You know, you can see. If you hold your mouse over it, it'll or click on it. It'll zoom to that spot. But if I just hold my mouse, so I'm going to take the spotlight off. Okay, do that. Okay, I can't take the spotlight off right now. But if I hold my mouse over it, it'll tell me something like things about the church. So, okay, let's do. Go back to mouse. There we go. Back to the mouse. So what I'm asking you to do in this particular exercise is I'm asking you to take a typical commute that you might do. For example, going to work or going to school, and just look through the map and just see, like, how many churches do you pass on a typical commute? Well, first, I just want you to kind of like think about your commute and see if you can, in your head, count the number of churches that you pass. And then go and do it in here and see, like, oh my gosh, how many churches do I actually pass? And I guarantee it's going to be higher than what you really think. But so my commute is not from my house to campus is not very long. So I live out here, right out in this Wade Park neighborhood. Actually, I think it's this neighborhood right here, right over by PSC Arena. So I come in along Wade Avenue. And come down Wade, just right all the way into campus. So, but if I zoom in, I can see here it's like Wade Avenue is right here, right next to Meredith. But this is the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, and if I just hold my mouse over it, it zoomed me out, zoomed me back out. It'll tell me some things about it. So, but there's some others, and so if I just follow Wade Avenue all the way down here, got another couple, another one right here. That I have no idea where this is or what this Capital Community Church. Never seen it. And there's a lot of these other ones around here. Like sometimes I'll go this way to campus. I'll cut through here, and all these churches right in here. So it's just really interesting. And then here's P Street, and there's campus right there, and Holy Trinity Church right across the street from campus. But it's just a really fascinating thing, especially like if you have a longer drive. I'm kind of like on the expressway for a little bit, but to see is like how many churches is it that you pass just on your way, and so do a count. And does it surprise you? And look, you can look around. You can look at different cities in the South. You can type in New York. You can type in different cities. So it's just really neat tool. And then the other tool that I just want to show you on this, let's go back. Okay, the tool is this. We can go right here. The RCMS data again. So map of individual states. And then what we can do is we can actually select a state. So we can say, I'll do Ohio. That's where I'm from. And so I could do rates of adherence per 1,000 population. And so per 1,000, it's going to be the rates of adherence for all denominations. And you can pull it out if you want to do Catholic, if you want to do evangelical denominations or Orthodox or mainline denominations. We're going to do all denominations. And so we're looking at the rates of adherence per 1,000. When I click on it here, you can see it's like, per 1,000, so you see it's like Ohio itself, it's like you have a lot more people in religious organizations along the western side and northern side of Ohio, and not so many over here in the southeastern side of Ohio. Hamilton County, my county is right here, Hamilton County, and so we're at the 494. So this is per 1,000. And you can go down and you can actually look at all the different counties right here. But if I wanted to do if I wanted to look at Catholics, okay, how many Catholics are in Ohio? You can see it's like really consolidated. This is going to be, I think that's going to be Columbus right there, and then that's going to be Cleveland right there. So really consolidated in the major metropolitan areas. And so what's really interesting is if you did a political map, you would find kind of like some of the same things. Like you would find sort of like Republicans sort of around these areas, and you would find the Democrats kind of pooled in, consolidated sort of around the metropolitan areas. But it's interesting with Catholics that you find the same thing. And so even if we went to North Carolina, we would certainly see that. I did a lot of research on Catholics in North Carolina, and especially baby boomer Catholics. But you can see, like here we are in Raleigh, and there's Charlotte, and so you have these huge jumps between, where Catholics are found in North Carolina. And so that's down Wilmington down there. Really consolidated. But if you did, a different religious group, let's say evangelical Protestants, and so this would include some Southern Baptists, again, like these areas, but let's do, and then you could also do selected religious denomination. Oh, you can do actually a denomination, major religious group. Let's do mainline Protestants for North Carolina. And so now you see is like throughout the more middle of North Carolina, okay, is where you have like your mainline Protestants. So there's still going to be a lot in the metropolitan areas around like Wake County and Mecklenburg County in North Carolina. But it's just a really interesting tool to see. So you can look at congregations or adherence rates, just playing around. And so it's important for us to understand religion in America is really to kind of like understand like the demographics around us and the demographic shifts over time. Is really important for us to understand. So then when we go back and we look at the history, see the historical development of religion in America, we have some context. So with that, get these numbers and go out to the discussion board and post your findings and comment on one another's findings. And yeah, we'll have a great conversation. With that, thanks a lot. If you have any questions, let me know.